Hey pros, it's Sandy2XP, and today I'm going to teach you how to build a password door that you can use to hide things from your friends, such as sacred texts or secrets in your server. Alright, so before you begin, I suggest that you start working on the password door in a large open area. As you complete the password door, make sure that it actually works. Then you can sort of build around it so that you can keep it in like a cool secluded area or something of that nature. But right now I'm going to show you guys in just a perfectly open field here so you guys can really get a feel for like what it's actually going to look like. And then, you know, like I said, you can be more creative with it and, you know, add stuff around it to make it more interesting and so that you don't see all the redstone that's going on behind the scenes. Okay, so for the first step in the build, you're going to build this archway right here. You can do it out of any kind of block, and this is where the door is going to go at the end. I also have built this little room right here. You can kind of do whatever you want with this little room. This is just going to be like my example. This is what we're trying to get to in the end. But as you saw in the first clip, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. I had, you know, a book in there, and you can make it much, much larger, but just for the tutorial, I'm going to make it kind of small. Okay, so for the next step, we're going to be adding the levers onto the door, and you can choose however many levers you want. You could do 100,000 if you felt that was completely necessary, but I'm only going to do 8, so I'm going to do 4 levers on the top and 4 on the bottom. So I'm going to place 4 blocks here in the middle, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4. Place these levers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the bottom, we're going to do 4 more, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And like I said, you can do infinite, so you can extend this out as far as you want. But I think 8 or 10 really does the trick. It's going to be pretty hard. I mean, there's so many combinations you can have with just 8 or 10. And then to make it a little nicer, I'm going to patch up the side here. So these are the levers, and now we will be adding the actual password to it. Okay, so for the next step, you're going to take your blocks. I'm using stone, but you could use whatever you want. And you are going to place 2 blocks outwards towards you. I'm on the back side, by the way, now. So on the back, you're going to place 2 of those blocks outward towards you wherever there are levers. So we're just going to do it for all 4 there. So now you're going to have this. For the next step, you're going to place redstone torches wherever you want the levers to be downwards in your password. So let me go back to the front here. You can choose for your levers to either be up or down. And that's what makes the password. So for the levers that are down, you're going to place redstone wherever you want them to be down. So we'll do the middle here. And let me place 2 stone blocks right here just so I can get up here. And then I'll do the outsides on the top and then the insides on the bottom just so it's easier to remember. And let's get rid of that. Voila. For the next step, you're going to be placing redstone underneath or above these stone blocks wherever there isn't a torch. So down here, we're going to place the redstone here, 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 and here. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then on the top, we're going to do the same thing, but in the opposite spots, because these are where the redstone torches are. And then we're going to connect them all. So I'll just connect them like that. And there we go. Okay, so the final step is connecting all that redstone with a redstone torch that is connected to the door, which will hopefully open and close the door when the password is correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the door right there, and then we're going to place a redstone torch on the opposite side of the way that the redstone is coming from. So in this tutorial, the redstone is coming from the back, so we're going to place a redstone torch right here in the front. And then let's head over to the back. Alright, so I just added these blocks right here. So if we place redstone and connect them, it'll open the door. However, the password is incorrect. As you see, this one right here is up and this one is down. So if you actually make the password right, the door closes, which is the opposite of what we want. So in order to reverse the charge, if you will, of the redstone, we're going to have to reverse it using a simple method. Okay, so very briefly, I'm going to show you how to invert the flow of redstone, and then I'm going to show you how to actually implement it on our password door. So as you can see, when the lever is facing away from us, the torch is on, but then when I flip it, the torch is now off. So if you want it to be the reverse, where towards us, the torch is on, and then when the lever is away from us, the torch is off, all you have to do is place another block right here, get rid of that redstone, and then place a torch on the opposite side of the block and place redstone on top of this. Now, as you'll see, this torch is actually on when the lever is facing us, and then in the reverse, the lever is actually off. One more time, let me put it back just so you can see the difference. So once again, when the lever is facing away from us, the torch is on, and when the lever is towards us, instead of away from us, then the lever is off. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing, but now it's implemented up here, so let's have the redstone come up here. And then what we want is we want to place the block, just like I said, to inverse the redstone, place redstone on top of it, and then connect the redstone all the way there. So now you'll see when the password is secure, or is correct rather, then the door will open up, and when you mess it up, then the door will close. Now, another issue that you may run into is if you make a really long password that goes really far out, then you may run into problems with the redstone chain being too far, in which case you're going to have to add a redstone repeater. So for me, mine actually is too far, where this one doesn't change it at all. So see how it's open? When I close this, even though the password is now wrong, it doesn't do anything because the redstone that's all the way over here doesn't connect all the way because it's the farthest one away. So I'm just going to quickly patch this up with a redstone repeater. Let's get rid of this. Oops. Place this right here. And then place. Oh, I had the axe out. When we mess up the door. Oh, this is backwards. Jump. There we go. It will now mess up the door. So the door is closed and open. So the redstone repeater will fix that problem. Alright, so now your password door 100% works. And if you want to add a password, you can use signs. I'll use these dark oak signs. And you can make up like a password for something on the top. So like I don't like tomatoes or something. So I'll write tomatoes and it'll go down. But then I do like carrots. So tomatoes on the top goes down because I don't like tomatoes. But carrots goes up because I do like carrots. And so that's kind of how you can like make your password actually mean something. For mine, it was just like random letters just to kind of, you know, confuse people that were in my server. But like you can make it whatever you want. You can make it literally anything, like 8 and then like 32, and maybe you don't like the number 32, but like, I don't know, you can do whatever you want. It's really, you know, up to you in terms of creativeness and what your password is actually going to be. But that's kind of your own creativity and whatever you want to do. Lastly, I'm just going to show you guys how you can sort of spruce it up so that it doesn't look as crazy and hectic as it does now. I mean, right here you can see all this redstone, and then back here, obviously, you can see all of this redstone as well, which when you're building a password door, you probably want it to look much cleaner, and you don't want to see all this redstone. So what you can do is patch it up any way you can. I'm going to build like a little roof thing over the top of this, just so all that redstone is out of the way. So there goes that. And you can, I'm going to make it bigger, hopefully, at some point. And then over here, I'm just going to patch this up. I'll use cobblestone for now, even though it's not my favorite material. It's just what I have on me. So you can kind of patch up this area. And boom. So now you've got a little room right here that you can only enter by knowing the password, which is carrots is up, tomatoes is down, 8 is up, 32 is down, and then blah, yada yada. So if you mess it up, then you can't get into the room. And it is a nice working password door. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I really want you to put this password door to good use. I think this is really helpful. If you have a bunch of griefing friends, they might just, you know, pickaxe their way through the door. But if you actually have friends that respect your builds and don't grief, like my own, then the password door can be really useful for hiding things and, like I said, keeping your sacred texts or whatever you want. I'm interested to see what kinds of builds you guys do with this. So if you want, you can send me a picture or a video or something on Twitter. AndyDrew_XP, that's my Twitter. And if this video was helpful, please hit that subscribe button on this video. That would be super, super awesome. Do a lot of fun gaming videos with my friends, and they are definitely worth the subs. So thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.